All right, everybody. This is My Wan here at Dash Radio on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Man, today I got a real special talent. One of the key holders to that real R&B, that shit I grew up off of.
Appreciate it.
Jay motherfucking Brown. How you doing?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you.
Shout out to Dash, everybody, for having me. I appreciate it.
Nah, shout out to you, man, because
Thanks,
music has changed a lot, you know, since I was a kid, and I imagine since you were a kid.
Yeah, for sure.
And for better or for worse, it's changed, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But you seem to be like almost like a time capsule of that great R&B.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like someone dug that shit up.
Right.
And they opened it and it's been untouched.
It's been untouched.
So
it's coming back.
I got to give you a lot of props for doing it your way. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Not conforming to what you're hearing everyone else do.
Right.
You're not just jamming the auto tune and like rapping on songs.
No.
Because you see that now. A lot of R&B singers, I feel like.
It's the common thing to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I got a gift I want to give you, Jay. I give every artist an album from my collection.
Oh, thank you, bro.
I hid yours under your desk, actually, like right under where the water is. You want to reach under there. You got to.
Ready for me? I feel wires.
That way.
Oh, this way. Right here?
Yep. So because you're doing it your way, I wanted to give
you. Can I show
you,
this?
Yeah, it's yours to keep.
One of my favorites.
I wanted to give you that Usher My Way, and I felt like you really carried that energy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This is my dynamic album. Dynamic album. So
Absolutely.
That right there, man, I greatly appreciate it. Trust
Of
me.
course, man. Of course. It was really between like one of the classic R&B albums.
Right.
I
That's
looked
definitely
up,
one.
and you're inspired by a lot of different folks.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw Jay-Z on the list.
Jay-Z,
Jimi Hendrix,
Nas, Gerald Levert, Nas, Tank, of course, which is one of my favorites.
Wait, so Tank was like somebody you grew up listening to as well?
He's the main reason why I started singing R&B.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here! Really?
I kid you not.
Explain that. Like it was a song of his, an album?
It was a combination of a few things. More so, his vocal ability. Where I'm from in Detroit, we pay close attention to like runs and stuff like that. So, not to say that's like the most important thing, but it's a difficult thing to do to run and stuff. So,
what do you mean run? Like
run ooh, like something like that.
Oh,
like just run it. That's what we refer to as run. Some people say riffs.
Okay.
So it comes from the church originally. So Tank, he's obviously from the church. You can tell based on the way he sings. So that was the first thing that kind of put me on to him. And then after that, I started noticing his stage performances. And then following that was like the song. So it was like a combination of a few things.
Okay.
But he was just like a well-rounded artist, man. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Songwriting, like just animal.
Yeah, and obviously still is. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So then we gotta fast forward.
Yep.
Don't Rush is out with motherfucking Tank.
Featuring Tank.
How did
what
that
are the odds
happen?
of that happening? So I worked with Tank 14 years ago with the previous record deal I had. They knew I was a huge fan, and that was the first time. Fast forward 2021, I was on a part of a tour with both Anthony Hamilton, Alex Isley, and Tank. And we saw him. My manager and I saw him in passing in the hallway. He came in my dressing room for about a good 30 minutes to 40 minutes, just chopping it up, kicking it. He's like, man, I want to do a song with you. I'm like, what?
You're like, we already did.
Like, well, we recorded some songs.
Oh, but it never came out.
It wasn't a feature. It was just more so him doing songs on me. Never was released. But it was mind blowing, man, to actually work with a person that I've admired for so long. It's still mind boggling. And I tell him all the time, you know, I'm humble enough to say that. Because it's like, this is my idol, no shame in the game. He's a great guy. Really. That's
amazing to see that come full circle.
Full circle, bro.
So we got to talk about the journey. You said you worked with him originally about 14 years ago.
Yeah, it should be about 14 years ago.
So you've been grinding.
For a minute. Off and on, but grinding. I say more grinding than anything.
That's a beautiful thing. So when you say off and on, did you have like a go-to like backup thing you did when you weren't in music?
I mean, yeah, I did a few things. Just a lot of hustling, man. Legally. Hustling.
Legally, okay.
Legally. We don't want y'all to get...
Detroit, you know what I mean? People might get that confused.
You know what, Detroit, just like any urban city, you can have some hiccups here and there, but... No, I definitely wasn't a part of that lifestyle.
No way, bro. But wasn't, if I'm correct, your pops was a preacher?
Yeah, definitely.
And your mom's worked in music
She
or had music.
Well, she was in music, but she was also an accountant.
Okay.
So, yeah. So she was in music back in the day. She had a situation. She was managed by Smokey Robinson. Yeah, my aunts and my mother.
Wait, they were in a group and Smokey Robinson managed
them. Yeah.
Wow.
She still has the pictures, everything from back then.
Wow, you still got like the vinyls and stuff. I'm sure it got pressed.
They never really they recorded, but nothing on vinyl. It was more so they were working on projects and albums.
So like this is like your mission now to almost like pick up.
I mean, I guess it was always my passion though. So not because my mom did it. It was just something that I really wanted to do.
Okay.
Because she never really like guided me. It was more so like me doing it, progressively doing it, and just going after my dreams.
I imagine your mom was the opposite. Like, fucking get out of this music shit. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, she was actually thrilled, but a few of my siblings and I, we all try to, dabble in the industry for a minute, but we had its highs and lows.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. So
I tell people all the time, like, not to take away anything from lawyers, doctors, but when you go into law school or med school, you have like a program, like
right.
a 12-year plan.
Exactly.
And if you're able to pass every hurdle, you're guaranteed this. There's no plan in music, and
None.
even if you pass every hurdle, you're not guaranteed anything.
Nothing's guaranteed. So that's the fun part.
Yeah, right?
Right.
So talk to me about the journey, man. Did you have any times where you felt like this isn't going to work? I'm not doing music anymore?
Oh, yeah. If I were to tell you no, I would honestly be lying, because I think every artist at some point we go through this frustration of like, will I make it? Will I not make it? And to make it is like, man, it's almost like winning the lottery in a sense.
Absolutely.
Because it's extremely difficult, and with modern technology, things have become a little more challenging. So you really, let's say pros and cons in anything, right? But now you have to really be on it because people want to see you every day.
Yep.
Consistency is key. So for me, I'm just trying to get into the whole social media thing.
Absolutely.
And, by the way, follow me on social media. J Brown Music Only on all handles.
Platforms.
Yeah, all platforms.
Well, it must be interesting for you because not only like, do you make music that like sounds of the time, like you're working with Tank, like
right.
like I said, you're like a golden age of R&B, like
Thanks,
in a time
bro.
capsule.
Thank you.
But now you're competing with the new R&B and the new kids on the block.
Exactly.
Per se.
Exactly.
Do you ever feel any pressure to like conform a little bit or try to make something that sounds like what you're hearing?
Back in the day I did, but considering now they're starting to kind of like open this lane for R&B again. So it's kind of the cool thing to do what I'm doing.
I agree.
Versus when I just got back in music, I would say late 2019, and I had my first top 10 record, Sunrise Sunset.
That's
yeah, man.
huge,
First
bro.
top 10, man. So that was
right when you came back.
Came back, and from there, we gained traction. My manager and I, we just kept going, kept getting record after record. So we've had 5 top 10 records.
Woo.
Yeah. Well, 4. But we're heading to 5 right now.
By the time the interview's out, that number will be 5.
Don't Rush featuring Tank. That's about to be number 5. We're at 20 now.
So what happened in 2018 or 19 where Jay Brown said, you know what, I'm doing this shit again, and I'm gonna do it like the right way?
That's a really good question.
Was there?
I feel like I still had things that I need to accomplish. In terms of, I've always wanted to make it to a certain level in this industry. I've had situations, but I've never really made it to that level that I can honestly say, oh, I'm here, I've arrived. So I think that's what kind of motivated me to continue on. And me believing in myself, it's tough, but I really do believe in myself. I feel like I can be one of those front runners eventually, So y'all look out, man.
Okay, so it was more like there was no one moment that sparked it. There wasn't anything specific that happened.
Nothing, no.
Okay.
It's just something that's always been a part of me.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I noticed 2019, when at least from Spotify-wise, you active singles coming.
Yeah.
And then now for this last year or so, it's been real active.
Yeah, we've been quite consistent, man. So, like I said, my team and I, my manager, small team, but, we've been making it happen.
Y'all get the job done, man. Yeah. So I pulled up yesterday to the Don't Rush video shoot.
You did, bro.
And when I tell you, like, I've worked on hundreds of video shoots, and what a video shoot tells me is, like, how dedicated an artist is to their art.
Right.
And what kind of team they have.
Right.
And both, I was impressed because
appreciate that.
There was a real visual. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people would be like, pull up to my music video. I go, it's like 3 nice cars.
Right.
I know whose cars they are. So I know this was all put together real last minute. Yours was definitely like executed well, put together.
Thank you, man.
You had Rich Homie Watts like playing like a host kind of thing.
Yep,
and that's where I
Shout
was
out.
like, dude's from Michigan, but he knows like Rich Homie Watts is at every show in LA hosting.
Yes.
That's literally what he does.
Yeah, he's
So
official.
at that moment, I'm like, okay, Jay's really tapped in and like, you really care about.
For sure.
And then with your team, I was just impressed. I don't know who was directing the shit, but he was.
Yeah,
on
my man
point.
EV. Shout out to him, man.
EV,
Haitian sensation.
the Haitian sent.
Phenomenal videographer. Director,
He was on
everything.
point, and I could just tell that you have a good team and that you really have like the resources to.
Thank you.
To do it right.
Yeah, all credit goes to my team. You know, it's a joint. I mean, well, a collective effort rather, but it's all about my team. You know.
Amazing, man. So what can we expect? You've been dropping singles, and you've charted 4 times,
Top
fifth
10
to be soon. So top 10 5 times. But what are we building up towards? EP?
So we're building up to my album, which is entitled Chapter and Verse, released on May 20th.
Oh, this is already set.
Yeah,
you
it's
got it
coming.
mixed. You've already turned that
coming.
bitch in.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, Chapter and Verse. Yep.
Chapter and verse.
Yep.
That name, I'm assuming that has to do with like biblical.
Yep.
Right.
Considering my background.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, should we be expecting like, I don't want to say gospel, but like
that would have been
holy
cool.
R&B? You know what I mean? Like
no.
God references or something?
No, not this time around. And I would one day possibly do like inspirational, but not in the sense of me, trying to really push the gospel.
Okay.
But just motivational type music, but not in this album. This is strictly R&B.
Okay. And when you say strictly R&B, is there like no rappers on it at all? Because hip hop and R&B have always been married.
I was hoping to have Nelly on it. I've worked with Nelly a few times, but no rappers. Singers.
Dirty Mo, what the fuck, man?
Singers.
If this gets to you.
Oh man, no, it's all good. Mo's, he's good people.
Yeah.
But shout out to my homegirl Moo Fresh. She's on it. She's a dope R&B artist. Y'all look her up. Really dope. And of course Tank.
Of course. This is gonna be a straight R&B project.
Straight R&B.
1 through whatever we get to on the project.
Yeah, I'm thinking 11.
Okay, 1
12.
through 11, just straight R&B.
Straight R&B.
I'm very excited for
Yeah,
this.
please
man.
check that out.
Chapter
please.
and verse, right?
Chapter and verse. Yeah.
Chapter and verse. Okay, so that's gonna be out. You said May
20th.
20th soon.
Yes. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
okay.
sir. Real soon. I forgot
Yeah.
this is May. My birthday month.
And when's your birthday?
May 21st. Same as Biggie Smalls.
You dropping it the day before your birthday?
Day before. Yeah.
Genius. How much love you gonna get that weekend?
That'll be hopefully.
That's genius.
I'm praying on
And
it.
everyone's gonna listen to your project. We don't have a choice.
Listen. For all y'all, listen.
Yeah,
please.
everybody, like, don't be a dick. It's dude's birthday. Make sure.
My
I'm playing.
birthday, that'd be a great birthday gift. Listen, stream, all that. Follow me. Subscribe.
Absolutely. So let's get into. I just want to bring up. Shit, I completely lost my train of thought now. We're talking about R&B. You brought up it was your birthday, and I was like, oh shit. Debut. So this is your first album, right?
First album.
Even from like your last runs in music. It's
Yeah,
the first time.
it was all singles. Yeah.
How do you
Crazy.
feel like you got like something off your shoulder finally?
In a sense, yeah. For me, it's just work. It's just work. That's it. Just work.
Okay.
I don't really look at it like, oh, I'm finally doing this or that. It's just something that I've always been doing for so long. So it's kind of like it feels normal.
Well, that's a milestone. I think the fans and the average listener might think, putting out, you just put 11. No, putting an album together is wild, especially at your level.
Right.
Getting everything cleared, getting all the producers handled, getting a label behind it, getting the videos, the promo run.
Exactly.
So I gotta applaud you for that.
Thank you, bro. Man. Thank you. But it's a collective effort, so not only me, it's my team and I.
Who we gotta shout out? Anyone from your team we gonna shout out?
Oh, they know who they are. They know who they are.
Okay.
They know who they are.
Y'all know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, it's a small group, but they know exactly who they are. It's like 5 of us.
Okay, shout out to you 5.
Including SRG, that's my label now. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
Dope, man. Well, I'm hyped for Chapter and Verse.
Chapter and Verse, yeah.
Okay, I'm real hyped for Chapter and Verse.
Thanks, bro.
I'm an R&B fan of the core.
Who's your favorite R&B artist?
Ooh.
You know I was gonna hit you with that.
Damn. It'd be easier for me to tell you my favorite R&B album. Artists, there's just too many. Like Aaliyah was always it for me.
Oh man.
My favorite R&B album is 100% Genuine. That's what I can think off top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Or you know what the most underrated R&B album is? Jamie Foxx, Unpredictable.
How come I knew you was about to say that?
Have you heard the Unpredictable album from Jamie Foxx?
Yes.
Stupidly slept
Shout
on.
out to him. He followed me too, so shout out to Jamie
Bro,
Foxx.
Jamie, if you see this, because he posts this, I'm going to specifically send you this clip so you can get
man.
this to Jamie. He needs to campaign around how fucking great that album was.
He needs to bring out another album.
Bro, he did. He
That album's
followed that.
crazy.
He followed that album up. It was okay.
Not the same, though.
It wasn't the same.
Nah.
That Unpredictable to me is one of the top R&B
Classic.
albums ever.
Classic.
He had Timberland producing on there. He had Ye producing on there. I think he had Tank do a few
He
records.
wrote a few records on there.
Yep.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, it'd be tough for me to say my favorite R&B artist is just.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Aaliyah
Top
was
three,
good for
top
me as a
three.
kid.
Top 3.
Ooh, Aaliyah, Maxwell,
Oh, for sure.
and D'Angelo.
Ooh, D'Angelo.
Oh, I love D'Angelo.
Want some of your brown sugar.
Just the way he even like I don't like when artists necessarily remake a song, but to me like Cruising is his song now.
Ooh.
I can't even listen to the original. I just want to hear him.
What's
Yeah.
my record? We're gonna fly. Yeah.
He has Me and Those
I remember
Dreaming
that
Eyes.
record.
I love
Yeah,
D'Angelo.
that remake was
so
sick, man.
Then that's why I was so happy to hear your music, as you can tell. Like I love R&B at its purest form.
And that's exactly where it came from. Everything that I grew up on, it's a combination of that combined with my own style. But I credit all the R&B greats, man. All
And
of them.
I'm sure they all love you. Like I'm sure any
I
of
hope
them
so.
who hear your work
I hope
is
so.
like, you got it.
That'd
You
be
got
good
it.
if y'all think, hey, I'm receiving that. You see this brother speaking a lot of positivity. I appreciate that, man.
Of course, man. Well, thank you, bro, because I have to do, I don't have to, I do about 3 of these a week.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, not every artist I sit next to do I really enjoy myself listening to their music,
Oh, thanks,
or
bro.
do I really respect their art form.
Oh,
And
wow.
Some of them probably will go back and be like, damn, he never told me my shit was hot. But like I'm
Wow.
telling you, I fuck with your shit a lot.
And I really appreciate that.
No, there's a lot of mutual respect here because
Right.
I really appreciate
Thank you, bro.
you taking on the challenge of doing R&B the way that we grew up listening
Thanks,
to
man.
it. You know?
But I want to say, shout out to you and of course Dash again for having me up here. Because of course you can interview a lot of people, but I'm thankful that you had me up there.
Of course,
So,
man. You got a great team, as you
Yeah,
mentioned.
exactly.
Your
Yep,
team
yep,
was real good. They were on top of it.
On
And
top,
the
always.
people who sent me you over, shout out my guy Philip. It was like
Phil is the one.
it just was always talented
Yeah.
folks.
Yes.
And then, I saw Tank was on the song.
Yep.
And I'm like, no way Tank is doing something that's not real R&B.
No, yeah.
I heard-
he would pass it up with the quickness.
I heard Don't Rush, and I didn't even need to hear anything else. I just knew what I was
Crazy.
getting into.
Yeah. So
So-
yeah, shout out to Philly Phil.
Shout out to yourself, Jay Brown. Shout
Thanks,
out to
man.
Detroit, the hometown.
Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to LA. Shout out to the Bay. Yeah.
Everywhere, man. Chapter and Verse, be out.
Chapter and Verse. Follow me, y'all.
May 20th.
Instagram, May 20th. Chapter and Verse. My new single download. Don't Rush featuring Tank. Support.
Alrighty, everybody. This was My Juan here at Dash Radio.
For sure.
We'll check y'all out next time. Boom.
Peace.